Oh, finally got out here and cut this grass. Got up these leaves, and there's already some taking their place. Maybe it'll help with Susie's respiratory issues. I don't know. Seems like she's still sneezing. But yeah, this is a poplar tree here, poplar tree right there, and they're the first ones to let go of their leaves. And then the oak trees will be next. But yeah, that was something that needed to be done. With everybody doing these 30-day vlog challenges, I was trying to think of something to get in on the game. I don't think it's feasible for me to do a 30-day vlog every day because just, you know, my schedule just won't support it. I was wanting to entertain the thought of some kind of 30-day challenges of different varieties. And maybe I was thinking sober October, and not that I drink alcohol a lot. I only have a few here and there, but sometimes even just having a few beers, it kind of keeps me from doing some of the things that I need to do, because like Friday afternoon, there's still some daylight for me to do yard work. And then, you know, if I get concerned about dinner, having a few beers when I'm grilling, I really don't feel like doing any yard work after that. You know, that's something that I need to do as soon as I get it knocked out. And there's been times where just my desire to sit and have 2 or 3 beers has kind of derailed my efforts to do things that need to be done around the house. But alcohol isn't a big thing in my life. But one of the things that I've gotten really frustrated with is just cell phone use. So much screen time, you know, that really has stolen time away from me. Messing around my phone when I should have been, you know, I use yard work because it's a reoccurring event. You know, I have to do it every couple of weeks, almost year round. And but just anything, laundry, dishes, cleaning the house. There's things, you know, there's some paint peeling off the front of the house. I need to deal with that. Vehicle maintenance. There's a lot of stuff to do around here. You know, my little motto is if it's not broke, it's not mine. So everything I have requires some attention. And anything I do that steals away time is keeping me from doing the things that I need to do. So, and the main thing in my life is this stupid cell phone, man. It just really steals time away from me. And it's my fault, man. It's not like, you know, something has been imposed on me that's out of my control, because I'm the one sitting there, you know, messing with my phone when I should be doing other things. And there was let's see, it was 2022 maybe. Hadn't been long working out on Fort Benning, so I wasn't used to having holidays off. And my daughter, who lives in North Carolina, her and her fiance came down with the kids. Mandy's son lives here local. Him and his wife and 3 children come over. And it was a Memorial Day weekend. And I spent that weekend engaged with our children and our grandchildren, and it made the weekend seem so long. I was like, man, this weekend is never going to end, because I wasn't wasting time on my phone. I was, you know, taking charge of a lot of stuff, a lot of grilling and you know, things for the kids, having the camera out, taking pictures, video of the kids. It was an awesome weekend. And it made me realize, like, holy smokes, man, I have spent so much time with my face in this phone that when I don't do it, man, it made a big difference. So I'm thinking about just doing a 30-day fast from cell phone usage. And it's going to be a tough deal because I listen to YouTube music, and it's whenever I get in the car, that's what I Bluetooth my phone to the radio, and that's what I listen to. So, it's kind of like telling a kid to go in the candy store and not to steal anything, but still using my phone for certain things, but not overindulging. So I don't know how that'll work. I don't know if y'all have some ideas or methods how you keep your face out of your phone, but actually still have it close by you for things, actually phone calls and text messages with people that you need to be in touch with. But in a way, I wish I could just brick my phone, make it a dumb phone. But anyways, yeah, that's something I thought about. Getting into a challenge to just restore some of normal life, restore some of my time back to me, and be steadfast and diligent in doing things when they need to be done, instead of faking busy by looking on my computer and YouTube as well. It can be another time suck. I can just sit there and think I'm researching something and just go on a rabbit hole of nothingness. So YouTube can be another time suck, but at least it's a little more entertaining. My main source of time theft is Facebook. I've been on Facebook for a long time, probably 15 years. I've reconnected with a lot of people, Army buddies that I hadn't seen in many years, reconnected with them. Some people I went to school with, grew up with. It's a great tool to stay in contact with, but, it is, I get to scrolling on there and I'm not getting any value out of it, but for some reason I can't close the app. So, yeah, I'm going to try to shut down a bunch of stuff through the month of October. Now, I might have to get started early. My birthday is October 29th, and my neighbor that lives across the street has the same birthday, but he's 10 years older than I am. And I want to save that space in case that he's going to have something, and and I need to go over there and celebrate our birthday with him and have a few drinks. So I might have to start my sober October a few days early, so that way it ends before the end of October, before our birthday is. So yeah, that's where my challenge is, and I hope I can make it through, because it's that's something that I've come to realize about myself, is self-discipline is in short supply in my life. But that's my Saturday vlog, and I got out of the routine, so now I'm finding it difficult to talk on camera again, and finding it difficult to talk about things, what to talk about. But yeah, that's what's happening in my world. And I've had a pretty stressful few weeks, because from little Susie getting sick and having to deal with that, take her to the vet, giving her medicine, and just the strain and worry on that. And then Mandy's mom, she got sick, and then she injured herself. She had fractured an ankle and broke a toe, and so for about 2 weeks now I've been coming home at lunch, and it seems like a good thing to be able to come home at lunch, but I'm taking a few minutes out of the shop because I can't get there and get back in the time that before I have to start back to work. But my supervisor is okay with it. He's understanding and says, don't worry about it, take the time you need. But it's still kind of it's mentally stressful trying to come home and get here in a time to, tend to Mandy, get something to eat, and get back to work in a timely manner. So after a couple weeks of that, I feel, then I was really thankful for the weekend, so that way I can kind of let my mind take a break. Yeah, life is starting to get tough, man. It's hard to deal with all these changes. Getting older, my body changes. Getting older, people passing away, things are tugging on my heart, And I'm sitting there worrying about my little dog, and, family members pass away too. It hurts. I love my dogs like I love children, like humans. And so I know that's a heartbreak coming. Luke, come here. But yeah. Anyway, let me quit rambling on here. That's my Saturday vlog. And we'll see y'all next go around.